In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He separated light from darkness, formed the seas, the trees, the stars, and finally, humanity. Adam and Eve, made in the divine image, were placed in a place without pain, without death, without evil, a perfect Garden Eden, but what seemed eternal lasted only a moment. In this story, freedom was real, and with it came the costliest decision in human history. Genesis 2 tells us how God planted a garden in Eden in the east. There he placed the man he had formed. It was a place of beauty, balance, and abundance. 4 rivers flowed through it, including the Pishon and the Euphrates. In the middle of this paradise grew 2 unique trees, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God gave Adam a task to tend and care for the garden. He wasn't a guest, he was a guardian. But he also received a warning: you may eat from every tree, but from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for the day you do, you will surely die. Eden was not a prison. It was freedom with purpose. But every freedom comes with a choice. God formed Eve, the first woman, so that Adam would not be alone. Not as a shadow, but as a companion. Together, they lived in harmony, without shame, without fear. They were naked and felt no shame. But in the garden was also the serpent, cunning, persuasive, deceitful. It approached Eve and said, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree?" She answered with the truth, but the serpent planted doubt. "You will not die. God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like him, knowing good and evil." And Eve saw that the fruit was good, pleasing, and desirable. That's when Eve ate, and Adam did too. It wasn't an accident. It was a choice. In that instant, their eyes were opened, and they felt naked. They hid from God among the trees. God called out to them, "Where are you?" And Adam answered, "I was afraid, so I hid." The relationship between humans and God was broken. Fear and shame entered where there had only been trust. Because of their disobedience came consequences: death, painful labor, childbirth in sorrow, and the cursed ground, and finally, expulsion. God placed cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way to the tree of life. The garden was left behind, but not forgotten, because since then, we've all longed to return. Eden wasn't just a physical place. It was a state of innocence, of communion, of fullness. And though it was closed, God's story with humanity was just beginning. God didn't abandon them. He hasn't abandoned you. The garden was shut, but hope was not. If this journey to Eden touched your soul, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the bell so you won't miss what's coming next. Because this story isn't over. In the next chapter, paradise is gone, but the children of Adam and Eve inherit their choices. What happens when the first family encounters envy, sacrifice, and death?